has been a life-changing experience by the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ. I'm going to share briefly about my life growing up as a young child to where God has impacted and changed my life. Good evening and greetings to you all. My name is Trevor and I have the privilege to share my testimony with you all. Growing up as a young child, I was influenced and affected by a complicated relationship that my mother had with my biological father. To cut a long story short, the environment at the time was very scary. Feelings, especially as a young child, with all the yelling, screaming and so on. My mum did the best she could in raising me when I was involving an ongoing battle and court for custody for me. Basically, the environment I was in impacted my life. At the age of 6, my parents separated and life from them was complicated. I was put in a position where I had to look after my younger brother and support my mother through the hard times we went through. As a relief, I would hang out with the wrong crowd, get into bad situations like any typical youngster would get into, such as breaking into houses, cars, and tagging, which led me to getting picked up from the police station. I guess it was cool at the time. My turning point in my life was when I became a Christian at the age of 12. The feeling at this time was peaceful and knowing that I was at the right place at the right time. From this day on, my life changed for the better. I enjoyed going to youth groups and hanging out with church friends and family. My mother was blessed with a loving husband and a father figure to my siblings and I. Things have turned right around for me. Why? Because I know who I am in the Lord, and He has a plan for me. From all those years of difficulty, He has healed my broken heart. Today I love serving in the church. I had the opportunity to go on to missions to Cambodia. I'm surrounded by loving people. I have a supportive family and I can't wait for what God has planned for me in the future. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a brighter future. This verse motivates me when I wake up in the morning, knowing that the Lord has a brighter future with a purpose for me. If God can use someone like me from the things I've done in this life, from the things I went through, to go out to the ends of the earth and spread God's unconditional love to the broken, born to change the world, born to make a mark, born to be the light. Don't despise what God can do with you, changing your life so you can change the people around you, change your world around you. In finishing, I would like to share a poem I have written a while ago. It's called The Little Boy That Shined. I once heard about a boy that fell to the ground, screaming with furious tears. No one was there to hear him out. With anxious pain, tears falling, no one came around. With raging fire, he was about to let it out. He was just an innocent boy pushed to the side, rejected in his heart but smiled behind his pride. He was well denied, but the Lord saw his cries. With this pain in his heart, he tried to hide. A hand reached out from the sky. A loud voice said, "Son, I've collected every tear from your eyes." Nowhere to go, no one else to turn to. He places his pain and burdens upon that cross. Jesus said to that boy, "Son, I'm with you, you're no longer lost." So he placed his tears and broken heart upon that cross. No one knows the price of that cost. The Lord said to me, "It's your time to shine, it's your time to gloss." Thank you.